So, Tom, how are you after Saturday's defeat?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hurting from it still. I think it's affected everyone this week. You could feel the mood. The mood was probably the worst it's been all season after in the ground and in the change rooms and even Monday morning. But I think once we got on the training pitch and worked like we normally do and worked hard and got put through our paces, I think you kind of understand that it's not done yet. It's never finished till it's finished. So from that point on, I think everything's been positive in the building. We're looking forward to Friday. Everyone's still together. Everyone's still pulling in the right direction. But it has took a few days to not so much process, but understand what happened and trying to learn from it and going forwards, put the wrongs from Saturday right in the coming weeks.
So, what do you think went wrong?
It's hard to pinpoint just one thing. I think when the pressure's been on us this season, we've normally dealt well with it. The so-called must games, I think our record against the bottom 4 or 5 is very, very good. I think you've got to credit them. I think they came with a game plan that we weren't really, I wouldn't say expecting, because you've got to expect everything, but they changed it up and it took us a while to get to grips with it. I think going into half time it should be 1-1 and then it's a different game. I think obviously we make change at half time and we're chasing the game from then on, and I never really felt we gained any momentum in the game where you thought, right, we're on top here, where really we've penned them in and they're under pressure. I never felt we got to that stage where even against the bigger teams in this league, your Port Vales, your Chesterfields, there was times in that game where I thought they're on the back foot, they can't get out here for whatever reason. We couldn't impose the way we play on them. So look, credit to them. They came and they stuck to what they'd done. But unfortunately on the day we didn't reach the levels that we've reached early on in the season.
Yeah, more recently at home, particularly against the lower sides, you've done really, really well, haven't you? I think a lot of supporters would have been really surprised at the performance.
Yeah, I think you get feedback from the opposition fans as well when you play. Like Port Vale away, I think we went there and they topped the league. And we more than matched them, and they scored from 25 yards in the last minute. And then you think we're capable of performances like that, but then it comes to Saturday and we didn't. I don't think it was through a lack of effort or desire or will to win. I just think sometimes everything around you maybe caught with us on the day, and we kind of didn't do ourselves justice. So it's frustrating and it hurt a lot, and I could say how much it meant to people, and it killed all of us inside. But we've still got 4 games to try, and the worst thing we can do now is give up and feel sorry for ourselves. We have to keep going.
Is that what you've been telling each other, literally telling each other over the last couple of days? Look, there's these games to play for, there's these points to play for. Get a win at Bromley on Friday, other results go your way. Get another win on Monday. It's still alive, isn't it? You've got to be optimistic. You've still got to be positive.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we could have 100 excuses if we wanted to. We could sit there and say this has happened, blame this. We've got near enough a full starting 11 in the treatment room at the minute, and they're all big misses. But we've got to show a bit of pride and a bit of desire and reflect how the people on the sidelines treat us, because the way they treat us and the way they back us, if we adopt the same attitude they've had, we'll not go far wrong. So I just think everything for these last 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, is about sticking together as a club, as a group of lads, and just trying to restore a bit of pride that we've actually probably lost on Saturday through no fault but our own, yeah.
And do you think then, you mentioned a number of injured players, do you think that's been a key problem throughout the season, injuries when they've happened, and then more recently the sheer number of injuries?
Yeah, I think every team can point to injuries. I know, for example, on Saturday they had a few lads missing through injury and suspension and whatnot. I think what's killed us is the situation the football club's in. You every signing you kind of need to work. You need you need everyone available for you to have the best chance of winning on Saturday. I think other clubs, because of budget and because of playing squad that they have, that they can afford to maybe lose 2 or 3 players, and they've got other players to come in and do exactly the same thing. I think you look at, for example, I'm not just picking. I think Guion's unique for what he brings this team. He brings energy. He brings pace. He can play in a few positions. He's experienced. I think when you lose a lad like him, he is hard to replace. And that's just an example. There's other lads that you can point to that's in the exact same position. So I think we can count ourselves as unlucky with that, but ultimately we're still in control of there's 11 players on that pitch, and we've got to do more to win games.
And we've talked a lot throughout the season about how so many players were signed at the last minute. You were one of them, but it would be wrong to say because you've only been here a short time you don't care. That's patently not true, is it?
No, I think everyone in there cares. I think every footballer has their own motivations and their own reasons why they get up in the morning and put the boots on and run about. But I think we all care in our own different ways. Some people show it in different ways. Some people don't show it, but they do care inside. That's just a way of life. But personally, me, it's affected me massively since the start of the season. I've said it many times. I've found myself at a football club where I feel towards a place that I haven't really felt before. The fans have stuck to me. I've stuck to them. So it hurts that even a bit more. Do you know what I mean? It does affect you. It does affect your home life, and every single lad in there cares, and I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart, and that's what makes it even a bit more disappointing. Is we really had an opportunity Saturday, but look, it's gone. There's still a chance, and we'll keep fighting till the very end.
So it doesn't bear thinking about, does it really, that if the results don't go your way, it could be done and dusted by early next week?
Yeah, it could be, and it's a very possible outcome that's going to happen now. But there's life after that. There's hopefully the football club will carry on. It'll keep going. There's people through there that have been here for years and years and years, and they care for the club more than I've ever seen before. There's like Les the kit man. He's an absolute hero. He does everything for the lads, and he's on the pitch before the game. I know he's not the manager and he doesn't do the tactics, but he's trying to get the lads going because that's how much he cares about his club. And I come in and I see his face every day, and he never stops smiling. He never he could look at us and think, "You're up in the league. This is my club." But he doesn't show any resentment towards us. He's just pure football love, and I think he symbolises what Morecambe is as a place. So that's why we're going to fight till the very end. No matter what happens, we'll keep battling. We'll keep grafting because we know how much it means to everyone.
Finally, your message to the supporters for this final few games?
First of all, my message for the previous 42 is thank you, because you've been unbelievable. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that because that's what I should say. I say it because that's what I've experienced. That's what I've felt. I've experienced it when I've been on the bench, when I've been injured, when I've been in the team. Everyone's been backed. Everyone's been supported. Everyone's been clapped off. Even when we shouldn't have been clapped off, we still have. In the last 4 games, I think it's just more of the same players, because it means a lot to us in there. It's my main focus going forward is to restore some pride in the last 4 games, and who knows what can happen, and stranger things have happened. We'll be doing everything we can to try and put smiles on faces last 4 games.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.